Hello, everybody. Welcome to the A&A NBA podcast. This is a podcast about all NBA news around the league, Eastern and Western Conference. We don't discriminate. My name is AJ.
My name's Andy.
And this is
A&A NBA. Guys, the playoffs are April 15th. This Sunday, guys. It's going to be crazy. So right now we have our predictions for how the whole thing's going to go. We have our seedings. We have how the thing's going to play out. We have our winner. And we have how many games it's going to take and all those different matchups. And it's going to be really good. So let's jump right into it.
Alright, guys. We're going to start off with the West first round series. So we'll go back and forth with all the I'll say Rockets and T-Wolves, and he'll say Rockets and T-Wolves how many games, and we'll analyze it together. So the Rockets are the 1 seed, and the T-Wolves are the 8 seed. I have this game 5 games with the Rockets winning.
You think 5 games?
Yeah.
Boy, I have the Rockets going in 4 games.
Oh.
I think the Rockets will really do really good this whole entire playoffs.
I feel like the T-Wolves are a little underestimated.
I mean, yeah,
because
they
didn't have Jimmy for a month, so I believe they could at least get a game off them at home, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. They have Jimmy Butler and they have Cat. But Andrew Wiggins, on the other hand, the most underwhelming player I've ever seen in my life.
He's got to improve a little bit more in the next upcoming years.
I mean, he played for 42 minutes. He had 7 points in a couple games ago. I feel like and he's shooting like 32% from 3 and 43% from the field goal.
He needs to work on his game, and then they could be a legitimate threat in a couple of years.
Yeah, so I really feel like I think the Rockets will take it in 4, though.
Yeah, I still have the Rockets, so.
Mm-hmm.
But the next matchup is the Thunder and Jazz. Russell Westbrook coming off another historic feat of basketball ability.
2 triple-doubles. I mean, not 2 triple-doubles, but he averaged a triple-double 2 years in a row.
Back.
That's insane.
Going back and back.
Yeah, but basically, I have the Thunder beating the Jazz in 6 games, and I'm going to tell you why. You want to know why?
Why?
It's because I feel like the Thunder, they're good and all, but I feel like they let games slip away.
Yeah.
I feel. So I feel like they're going to lose a couple games to the Jazz, who are very good with Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell is a Rookie of the Year candidate. And they got Rudy Gobert, who's also a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And they got that coach, don't know his name, but he's a Coach of the Year candidate. So basically, I think the Thunder will win in 6 games.
I also have the Thunder winning in 6 games. I feel like the Thunder play down to the competition sometimes. And in close games, when Russell has the ball, he's just going to jack up a 3 that's most likely won't go in. He's horrible in clutch minutes, and he's horrible at 3s overall, period, in his game.
And Melo also is doing really bad in clutch because he can't shoot the 3 for some reason. And same with Paul George. That
game against Houston, he did come out. I was watching that game against Houston, come out with like 14 points in the first half. So it depends on what Thunder we're going to get. If it's the Thunder that played the Rockets last Saturday, this should be an easy, maybe 4 or 5 game sweep. But if it's the same Thunder we've been seeing throughout the season, it's going to go 6 games. It's going to be a little bit rough,
yeah. But either way, we got them winning.
Yeah.
All right, so our third matchup will be the Blazers versus Pelicans, the 3rd seed versus the 6th seed. And I have Blazers in 5. I think the Pelicans will just get 1 game on them, but I think the Blazers will still make it to the semifinals.
Yeah, I have the Blazers in 6.
2nd round. Blazers 6. Oh.
The only reason why I have that is because the Blazers have been playing they were doing really good. Now they're on the decline now. Yeah. So I think the Pelicans might get a couple games off them.
And the idea of how Anthony Davis can carry his whole team on his back.
Right, and with Rondo, Rondo's still doing good. Nico. Yeah. If they still had Boogie, who knows? I might have the Pelicans in this matchup because that's just a dominant force down low.
But to be honest, if they had Boogie, they'd probably be the 4th seed or something.
Yeah, 4 seed.
They'd be in a different situation.
Just like with the T-Wolves where they had Jimmy Butler. Injuries
can really.
We got forgot about how the season started off with Gordon Hayward going out. There were so many injuries this season. It's just crazy about how many injuries were sustained this season. So. But we got the Blazers winning because they got too much. I don't know, firepower for the depleted Pelicans, I guess.
Yeah, true.
The next series is the Warriors facing the Spurs. And I personally think this was the greatest scenario for the Warriors because their candidates were the Pelicans, the Thunder, the Jazz, the T-Wolves, or the Spurs, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to play the Timberwolves because Curry's out, so now there'll be like a 3v3 almost, like their big three versus their big three. And I feel like they have a dominant man down low. The Jazz could have knocked them off a couple times. Pelicans, no, but like, just no.
No, just no.
No, but
Dang.
I'm just like, no. The Thunder, with Curry out, that might push them like to like really like go at them hard.
Yeah.
But they got the best matchup possible in the Spurs, who do not have their superstar Kawhi Leonard, and LaMarcus Aldridge is the best player on that team right now. I believe they will beat them in 5 games.
You think 5 games?
Yeah.
Oh, I have them in 6. Because I feel like the Warriors, still a great team without Steph, but they're not as good of a team without Steph. And I feel like they let some games, like they can really struggle in a couple games without Steph's shooting and his ability to pass the ball. And I feel like it will go to 6 games.
I saw a statistic yesterday.
But Warriors will win.
I saw a statistic yesterday that Curry, without Durant in the lineup, 20-0.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And when Durant's in and Curry's out, 11-9.
I know. See,
That's still Curry's team. Like, he may not be the best player all around, but that's still his team, and he still leads them. And they're gonna be missing him if he like goes even longer in the playoffs, maybe into the second round.
And I really don't know about this, but if Kawhi comes back in the Spurs and he's like healthy, he doesn't get injured, that could be really rough.
Trouble. But I still see the Warriors like edging them out in 7 games.
But I heard Kawhi might not even play.
Yeah,
too.
they
like
do
till
have
next
home
year.
court too.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what's gonna happen with Kawhi? Maybe he'll not be in San Antonio next year.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a whole different situation for him.
But that's our first round in the West. We'll come back at you with the first round in the East. Alright guys, so now it's time for the Eastern Conference first round games.
Mm-hmm.
And the first matchup is the 1 seed Raptors against the 8 seed Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the Raptors winning in 8 games.
8?
Or 8
games?
6 games.
I don't even know if that's possible.
No, I got them winning in 6 games.
Alright, I think Raptors will. I feel like they're going to choke. There's some playoffs, like just because it's the Raptors. And that's kind of harsh. But I think Raptors will start out really strong. And I think they'll start with 4 games. I think they'll sweep the Wizards, just because the Wizards, I don't know. They ain't that good, I guess. I mean, they got John Wall back, but...
John Wall, Bradley Beal, Al Porter. I think they might have some games where they're all shooting really well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have 1 game.
It just depends if Lowry's playing good, and he's not shooting like 1 for 10 or something.
Lowry's playing good.
And DeMar.
DeMar's playing good.
And they got...
They just have
such a good bench.
They can be deadly, because they got... Yeah, they got a good bench. They got a pretty good center in Valanciunas, and they got
Serge
2
Ibaka,
guard, Serge,
power forward.
Van Fleet.
It's just, I think they're really like, their small forward position isn't as very good.
Yeah.
So they got like CJ Miles or something. And yeah, so I think Raptors still will start out strong, but I don't know about the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the second matchup, and that is the Cavs versus Pacers. Cavs are 4 seed and Pacers are 5. And personally, I think Cavs will win in 5. I think they'll blow 1 game to the Pacers. Just think about the whole Tristan Thompson thing. I think they're just going to get in that mindset. No, it's fine, but I think... you hear about Tristan Thompson, though?
Mm-hmm.
Guy's an idiot.
He's kind of a thugger, you know how to say.
He's kind of a slut.
I mean,
like
yeah,
a
look,
slut.
he is.
He is. I can't believe he do that, though. I mean, you
Gets one girl pregnant,
cheats
goes to
on
Khloe
her,
Kardashian.
goes to Khloe Kardashian, gets her pregnant, cheats
She's
on
with
her.
3 different other women so far.
And you
one
make
of
them all
them might be pregnant.
Alright, guy's an idiot. But I think Cavs will win in 5 games.
I also have the Cavs in 5 games. I don't know if it'll be the Tristan Thompson thing.
I mean, it's not going to be. I'm just saying. I just wanted to bring that up because it's so stupid.
Because Tristan Thompson doesn't contribute much to that team anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I feel like there's going to be 1 game where Victor Oladipo might go off and put up 37 maybe. And they got Bogdanovich, I think. Yeah. Or Domantas Sabonis. What am I thinking?
Bogdanovich
Is he on the team too?
he might be on the Kings.
Yeah. But Domantas Sabonis, I know, is on the
Yeah, he's
Pacers.
good.
And he
And,
can have games where he's shooting well. And I think they can get 1, potentially 2 off him, but I doubt it.
Yeah, and they got the center, Miles
Turner? Lance Stevenson.
I think it's Miles Turner.
Yeah,
The new up-and-coming center. I totally forgot about it, but I don't really look at the Blazers, so. Anyways, but I think they'll beat them in 5 games. The Cavs will. All right, so our third matchup. I'm not excited necessarily for this, but I like the Sixers. I like their core, and I think they're really cool. So I think they're cool. I'm gonna hang out with those guys. But now, the Sixers versus the Heat, third seed, in the 6th seed. I think the Sixers will sweep them easily for the Heat.
I also have the Sixers sweeping them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're just too much. They got Saric, Redick,
They got
Embiid, Simmons. If Markelle Fultz plays good, it's gonna be
Ilyasova.
easy.
Yeah.
You're selling Ilyasova.
And Markelle. Did you say Fultz?
Yes, Fultz.
Yeah.
If they're all playing well, which they
and
will,
Joel,
it'll be a sweep.
Yeah, and Joel Embiid won't be playing the first round, but I mean they don't even need Joel Embiid necessarily.
Yeah.
Like he's really good.
They may have him out there though. I've heard that they may.
He might be
have him.
later in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think they'll.
who knows? It probably won't go later.
Yeah, it probably won't.
Sweep.
So our last matchup for the first round is the Celtics, the 2nd seed, versus Bucks, the 7th seed. I think Celtics will just win it in the 7-game series. So I think the Celtics are really, really like they say they really want to prove themselves because they don't have Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward and Marcus Smart. But to be honest, I don't think they can. I think they'll just beat them. Like Al Horford will just help them to beat them. And the Bucks, I think they'll push it to a 7-game series.
Well, I also have it in 7 games, but I do not have the same outcome you do. I have the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Celtics. I think they're too depleted. I mean, they got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and Al Horford. That's the core of the team right now. When really it should be Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, and Kyrie Irving. But they're both lost to injury, so that really screwed up the Celtics season, especially the Kyrie one, because
and Kyrie's out the whole playoffs.
Yeah,
that's the bad part.
even still, even when Gordon Hayward went down, they still had that long winning streak, and we thought that they could potentially be a finals team. But
I didn't know Kyrie was gonna have that surgery and everything.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna have it. I just didn't know it would be so serious where he had missed the whole playoffs. But the Bucks have the best player in this series. They have Giannis.
Yeah. But to be honest, I feel like the Bucks are just not as good as I expected. They have a great team with Chris Middleton and Giannis and Eric Bledsoe. But I feel like their chemistry's not there necessarily.
And
they're 43 and 39 or something like that.
Yeah, there still is a lot of controversy going down with the Jason Kidd fire that happened 4 months ago. But I believe they have a good 4 players that could really step up in Giannis, Parker, Middleton, and Bledsoe.
Malcolm Brogdon too.
Yeah. That's a good young team. Give that team a couple
years. And John Henson. I mean, they got a lot of good players. I just feel like they need to get their chemistry together.
Yeah, they need to match. But
especially with Giannis being one of the best players in the league now.
I just feel like the Celtics are too depleted, so that's why I have the Bucks winning this one in 7.
All right, moving on to the second round. In the second round for the West is I believe will be the Rockets versus the Thunder, and I think that will go into a 6-game series. Or no, I said 5 games. I'm sorry, I didn't even put games down. I have 5 games for the Rockets versus Thunder. I think the Rockets will just beat the Thunder, but I think the Thunder will get 1 game on them. What do you think?
I have this game going to 6 games. Just like the last series, I feel like the Thunder can will a couple off the Rockets, but the Rockets will be just too much. Talent-wise, or let's just say namesake-wise, the Thunder have the biggest 3 names, or overall.
Yeah.
But the Rockets are young and they got shooters everywhere, and the Thunder are just when they get down.
Rockets it's not even just they're all young; they're just in their prime. They got Eric Gordon.
Yeah,
that's they got James Harden. Yeah, Chris Paul. Clint Capella, and then their bench is ridiculous with Luke Mbamute and other guys. And I think they could be really good, Gerald Green. I don't know, it's ridiculous.
But I think the Thunder could win a couple at home if everybody's shooting well.
Yeah.
And that's why I got
Which is kind of rare to see for the Thunder now.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we'll see. But I think they'll at least get 1 game. So next up, I have the Blazers versus Warriors, and I think the Warriors will win in 5 games, I'm thinking. Because Steph will be back by that time. I'm thinking he might be. So if Steph is back, it'll be 5 games. If Steph isn't back, I think it'll go to a 7-game series. But I think I'm guessing it's 5 games. I'm just guessing it's 5 games. because I think Blazers will still get one game on them, but Warriors, I think they're just too good talent-wise, and I think they'll beat them. And they'll definitely go to the Western Conference Finals.
I have this game going to 6 games, and the reason because of that, the Warriors are obviously a superior team, but even if Curry is back by that second round, there's still got to be a couple of games where, like, he's not going to be fully integrated back in, so that might give them troubles and chemistry issues maybe, but maybe not because they've been together for a couple of years now, and so, if Curry's back, I agree with you, maybe 5, but if they have trouble integrating him or he just doesn't come back, I got 6 games, but they're just too powerful to, like, overcome.
And so do you have, like, 5?
Yeah, I have 6.
Okay, so you have 6. All right. So now moving to the Eastern Conference semifinals. I have Raptors versus Cavs. I think the Cavs will win it. Just because I think Cavs will win in 6. I think Cavs, they're just really good. Like, because LeBron always shows up in the playoffs, except for that one time with Dallas. But I think LeBron can really carry his whole team, especially now in his career. So I think the Cavs, the Cleveland LeBrons, will beat the Raptors. Boy.
Well, I have this game going to 6 games as well, and pretty much for all the reasons that you hit on, I have the Cavs winning and advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron.
I mean, yeah, that's basically it.
LeBron's just... The Raptors are scared of LeBron, I think. So.
And the Raptors, just their ability to choke in clutch situations as the playoffs, I mean, I don't think they'll do it.
All right, the next series, for me, the 76ers and Bucks. I have this in debating about. I'm gonna say 5 games, because I think Giannis will play well and will them to 1 game, as a lot of these series are. Not a lot of them are gonna be sweeps because they're NBA players, and each team has at least 1 star that can
in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I have Sixers versus Celtics, and as you know, I said the Celtics will win in 7 games in their last thing. So I don't even think the Celtics will get 1 game, to be honest. Especially without Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, the things I already touched on. I think the Sixers will sweep for their second series in a row. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So I got Sixers in 4 games.
All right. Well, we'll come back at you with Eastern Conference Finals and Western Conference Finals predictions.
Yep.
Okay, guys. In the Western Conference Finals, we both have, I believe,
Rockets
Rockets
versus Warriors. Yeah.
1 versus 2. And for me, I have the Warriors winning in 7 games. If they do win in 7 games, they'll be winning on Rockets home court. I just realized that they have home court advantage. So that could really shape this series. And having home court advantage for the Warriors was huge a couple years ago in the We Believe season. And it's probably going to be huge for the Rockets that they finally got over that hump. CP3 will be playing well because he finally got past the second round. Now he chokes in the third round.
Yeah, but I mean, James Harden, you can choke too.
Yeah.
All right.
The Warriors are just, they have 4 stars, they have 2 stars. They have a better bench, but the Warriors bench ain't that bad, so I got the Warriors.
Yeah. Personally, I think it will also go to 7-game series, but I think that the Rockets will win, especially because of home court advantage. So I think Rockets will win in 7 games. And yeah, the Warriors, I just feel like the Rockets they're so strong right now with their bench, and like the players are just all around good. And they got 3 stars, I feel, with Clint Capella. And Clint Capella is definitely better than Zaza.
Well, obviously, everybody's better than I hate
Or JaVale, who injures their own players.
Well,
Stuff.
I like JaVale more than Zaza. I'll say that.
Well, either way, I still think Rockets will win 7.
So in the Eastern Conference Finals, we have the Cavs and 76ers. I believe the 76ers will win this game in 6 games because they can't handle Joel Embiid down low. And Tristan Thompson's going through all that stuff. Chloe will probably be in labor by then, and he might be gone.
Kill Tristan Thompson.
Maybe kill Tristan Thompson. But I feel like LeBron can't carry them for so long. He's going to get tired.
And their center position is like dead, practically.
Yeah.
They don't really have a dominant center. So I think that. So you think Sixers will win?
Yeah.
Well, I personally think the Cavs and Sixers. I think Cavs will win in 7 games though. honestly, because I feel like the Cavs, just because of LeBron, just like because he shows up so much in the playoffs, so I think that LeBron will win. I think the Cavs will win.
What do you have written down right there?
Sixers,
Third
seed.
Is that 3? And that's a 4?
4 seed.
Home court advantage. Sixers. 6.
I don't think so.
I
still think it'll be the Cavs.
If it goes to 7 games, Sixers have the advantage.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna say Cavs though.
Alright.
All right, ready to go to the finals?
Yeah, let's go to the finals. So I have the Warriors and 76ers. And I'm going to just get it out there. Warriors in 6 games.
6 games?
I feel like their shooting will be too much. The one thing the 76ers have the Warriors be at is the center position. They don't really have a decent center.
Yeah.
So Joel
That's
Embiid's going to
Zaza.
go off big again in this series, but I believe the shooting will be too much of a team that really can't shoot,
Mm-hmm.
except for Redick and Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Which
playoffs.
is surprising as their center. Okay. Well, I have Rockets and Cavs, completely different. And I think Cavs in 7, man. That's kind of so biased. I don't know. Because Rockets, they still have the tendency to choke, but I think they're just so good.
I guess mine was biased too because I had the Warriors.
Yeah, I know. I want LeBron to get his 4th ring, so I'm going to say Cavs. Cavs probably won't even make it past the second round, let's be honest. But I'm going to have Rockets versus Cavs. And, yeah, that's my playoffs. Ooh, that's on fire. Alright, let's go.
Wait,
Are we done?
we're
Are we
gonna
doing
do
it?
the outro.
Well, we gotta plug in our Instagram.
Yeah, that we don't.
You ready
miss
for
that.
this? Alright, let's do it.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching and listening about our NBA 2018 playoff predictions. You can follow us on our Instagram on A_N_A_NBA_memes. And subscribe, please.
Screw that. That's cringy.
I really have no motivation for school anymore, so I really want this to monetize.
It's turned